I've been testing smart rings for a while now, across pretty much every price range. Some are good, some feel unfinished, and most of them sit somewhere in between. But this one definitely feels different, because this might be the smart ring that outshines all other premium ones out there. So this is the Luna Smart Ring Gen 2. The team at Luna actually reached out and sent over their Gen 2 version for me to try, and this time I got it for my partner. Since she wanted something without a subscription, but still with solid health tracking, especially for women's health, so this was a good fit. She's been using it daily for about a week now, so there's enough here to get a good sense of how it actually fits into everyday use. And in this video, I'm going to break down everything, including first impressions, the app features, the AI voice assistant, how it compares to other rings, and finally, my honest take on it. So before getting the ring, you actually have a few options on the website. There are different finishes and colors to choose from, so you can pick something that fits your preference. And when it comes to sizing, you can either go for the free sizing kit if you're not sure, or if you already know your size, you can just select it directly and order the ring. The sizing kit arrives pretty quickly, and you get a full range of sizes to try out. And this step matters more than you'd think. You want something that's not too loose, but also not too tight, basically finding that middle point where it feels secure but still comfortable over long hours, especially if you're new to smart rings. Luna even suggests wearing the sample ring for a full day, or even overnight, just to make sure it feels right in real use. Once you've got your size sorted, moving on to the actual box. The unboxing experience is premium and everything comes neatly packed. So opening it up, the first thing you see is the accessories box. Inside, you get a USB-C cable for the charging case, and there's also a user manual. The manual has all the details about product introduction, setup instructions, and features in a nutshell, so it is quite easy to get started, and setting it up doesn't take much effort. Underneath that, you'll find the charging case, neatly packed, and this is where it gets a bit more interesting. The case has a transparent, almost display-like design, with a clear outer shell and a detailed inner structure that gives it a slightly futuristic look. It doesn't feel like a typical charger. It actually looks like something you'd want to keep out. Whether it's on your bedside table or just part of your personal space, it fits in nicely without looking out of place. Opening it up, the ring sits right in the center, and it is wrapped when you first take it out, so everything feels clean and well protected right out of the box. Now looking at the design, it has a smooth, polished finish, and it blends in more like a regular piece of jewelry than a gadget. Comfort-wise, this is where it does really well. It feels light, sits naturally on the finger, and doesn't get in the way during normal use. Talking of the build, the ring is made from titanium with a PVD coating, so it feels durable while still staying lightweight. Depending on the size, it comes in at around 3 to 5 grams, so it never really feels heavy on the finger. It's also pretty slim at about 2.9 millimeters thickness, which is part of why it stays comfortable throughout the day. And it's water resistant up to 50 meters, so things like washing your hands, taking a shower with the ring on, or even swimming aren't really a concern. Battery life has been pretty solid. On the ring itself, you're getting up to around 5 days, so it's not something you have to charge constantly. And with the charging case, you can extend that up to around 30 days, which makes it really convenient if you're traveling or just don't want to plug it every time. In daily use, this is where it makes the most sense. You just wear it while working, sleeping, or relaxing, and it keeps tracking everything in the background. Now, the app experience, this is where everything really comes together, and right from the home screen, you get a quick overview with different sections you can jump into. Starting with circadian alignment. This is one of the more interesting features here. It basically maps out your daily rhythm across a full 24-hour cycle, showing how your activity, rest, and habits are lining up. And instead of just showing data, it actually suggests small actions. Things like when to wind down, light exposure, meal timing, workouts, even caffeine windows, so you actually know when is the best time for what activity. It also keeps a log of your activities, and you can go back and adjust them anytime, so it's not just passively tracking. You can actually fine-tune things based on your routine. And over time, that makes the insights feel a lot more accurate and personal. Under that, there's a timeline section which shows how's your day going so far. So things like your sleep last night, workout sessions, and activities you have logged during the day. Then there's the activities section. You get an overall score along with your steps and calories. But once you tap into it, there's a lot more detail. You can look at trends across days, weeks, or even months, and underneath, it breaks things down into contributors like active time, movement, calories, and training data. Tapping on each contributor gives you complete summary of current state or improvements needed. Next is One Tap Vitals. This is a quick way to check your key health stats without going through the entire app. You just tap, wait a moment, and the ring starts collecting the data right away. It takes a couple of seconds, and once it's done, everything shows up clearly in the app. It's especially useful when you want a quick snapshot, like after a workout or just to check how you're feeling during the day. Then there's stress tracking. You get a clear timeline showing how your state changes throughout the day, whether you were relaxed, focused, or under stress. And this runs continuously in the background, so you can go back and check specific moments or patterns over time. It's broken down in a way that's easy to follow, and you can even see how your stress levels change during sleep. Over time, it gives you a better idea of what's affecting your day and where you might want to adjust things. Readiness is another important metric. It's based on things like heart rate variability and resting heart rate. When you tap into it, you get more detailed insights, things like skin temperature and respiratory rate, along with a breakdown of what's actually influencing your score. You'll see contributors like your sleep quality, activity levels, and how consistent your routine has been. Over time, it gives you a better sense of when to push and when it might be better to take it a bit easier. Then there's sleep. You get a score along with how much sleep you needed and how much you actually got. And again, you can dive deeper. It breaks things down into REM, deep sleep efficiency, and also shows your trends over time. You can view it across days, weeks, or months. And finally, there's LifeOS, which is Luna's AI voice intelligence. This is basically your AI coach. You can ask questions about your health, get insights based on your data, or even log activities using voice or images. And the responses are based on everything the Ring is tracking, so it feels more personalized rather than generic. Starting with sleep, you can ask something like how your sleep pattern has been, and it gives you a quick summary based on your recent data. But what's more useful is that it doesn't just stop there. You can also ask what you should do before winding down for the day, and it suggests things based on your routine. So instead of guessing, you get a more guided approach to improving your sleep. It is also super convenient to get the plan for yoga and exercises based on your metrics. You can ask for something simple like yoga poses to start your day, and it'll suggest a few options that make sense depending on your activity and recovery. So it's not just generic suggestions, it feels a bit more tailored and you can take it further. For example, you can ask about your last workout session and it'll give you a summary, things like how active you were, how it impacted your body, and how it fits into your overall activity. So instead of digging through charts, you're just asking and getting a clear answer. So whether you're working out at home or at the gym, the suggestions feel more in line with what you're actually doing. And then there's voice tracking. This is more about convenience. For example, you can just ask Siri to log something like a coffee in the afternoon. And it gets tracked directly into the app, so small things like that, they make it easier to stay consistent without opening the app every time. And it goes beyond just voice commands. You can actually add a picture in the app and ask the AI to track it or break it down for you. So after about a week of real use, here's what stands out. It's comfortable enough to wear all day, and you literally forget about it. The design is clean and fits easily into everyday life. The app is simple, and the AI intelligence makes it more superior compared to other rings in the market. And the addition of women's health tracking makes it a more practical option for a lot of users. Overall, this feels like a very balanced device and adapts to your life quite fast and makes it convenient to track and improve daily habits. For my partner, it checked the main things she was looking for, and that's probably the best way to describe it. If you want to take a closer look, I'll leave the link in the description. Let me know what you think about smart rings and whether you'd actually switch from a smartwatch to something like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.